Hello there, welcome to this entrepreneurial life. My name is Erlend Bakke, and this is how I look like. No, it's not just going to be this screen, there's going to be this screen. I'm the best-selling author of a book called Never Work Again and 90 Days to Profit. I have 3 companies, 75 employees, I've got 3 partnerships that work well, and this is all about partnerships because there's different levels of entrepreneurs. You can be a entrepreneur, somebody wanting to start a business. You can be a solopreneur, somebody that just runs the show themselves with no partner, and you can be a business owner, which is kind of the highest level, and you can be sort of the cog in the wheel, where you have about 12 employees and you kind of run the show. So I believe that in business, if you want to make shit happen, you have to have partnerships. So if you want to do big things, if you want to do bigger things than just sort of a mom and pop thing, then you have to have business partners. So the question then becomes, how do you find business partners? How do you choose them? How did I find my business partners? And it's definitely more serious in many ways than marriage sometimes. Sometimes you spend more time with your business partner than you do with your wife. So the due diligence is really important. Sometimes it's just, I just made a video on gut feeling, and I think gut feeling is really important in terms of partnerships. Don't let your brain or your balls kind of guide the show. Try to listen more to your heart and more to your gut. We have brains different places, some more intelligent than others, some better at making better choices. But I think one thing in partnerships is just, spend a lot of time with that person. Play some golf with them, play some sports. If they're cheating, then they're going to cheat you in business. Just watch how they do things. Andrew Carnegie said, I no longer listen to what people say, I watch what they do. I think that's good advice. So spend time with people, go into different situations, and do they get easily annoyed? Are they patient? Do they listen? Do they care about your opinion? Do they put you before them? When I started out, I didn't have a business partner. I didn't want a business partner. But then over time, I got business partners, and it's very, very lonely if you don't have a partner in your business. The most successful people that I know that started the same time that I started, they typically started with somebody else, and they've done very well with that. So they're a team, they're a tag team. You have Bill Gates and Paul Allen. You got Steve Jobs and Wozniak. You got lots of examples of partners that started out together and did tremendously well. Typically, you're not the same type of person, but you complement each other, just like in your marriage or your relationship. Those are the relationships that typically work well, where you're complementing each other. So I'm a person that deals very well with sort of stressful situations and can deal with chaos. My fiance, she is organized and she likes things in a certain way, but that adds a lot of value to my life, and my life is better because she is different than me. So I think it's good to read about relationship books, like what works in a relationship. I'm a big fan of How to Win Friends and Influence People. I think that's a good book in terms of partnerships, but you don't want to strategize too much. I think it's important to be yourself. Like, just be honest with your partner, be yourself, be real, just say things as they are. Don't sugarcoat it. Just tell them. And typically, it's your gut that's going to tell you whether this is a good thing or a bad thing. And so my first business partnership, my brain was telling me I can manage him. I can manage the money, but I couldn't manage him, and I couldn't manage the money in the business. I was a minority shareholder. So I left that business, started by myself, and was now scared of business partners. I think that often happens when we burn ourselves. The burnt child is scared of the fire. It's a Norwegian saying. Brent barn skyr ilden. That's how you say it in Norwegian. Yeah, you didn't know I could speak Norwegian, did you? You didn't know I'm in Oslo either. I'm in Oslo, Norway. This is my skull collection there. We should be talking about business partnership, shouldn't we? So you can do a lot of dating. Just go to lots of meetups and talk to people, spend time with people, and don't stress it. You can't force a relationship. It should be a natural thing. And sometimes you'll be in a partnership for a while, and then sometimes you leave. That's okay. In terms of starting out together and people being all in, I think I'm actually negotiating a partnership right now. The partner wants me to be a minority shareholder. I want to be a 50-50 deal. It looks like I'm not going to do the deal if it's not 50-50. Why? Because my gut's telling me if it's not 50-50, I'm not going to give 100%. If I'm not going to give 100%, I'm not going to do the deal. Because my next project needs to be where I go 100% all in, super focused for a long time, and that's where I want to be. That's like I want to be really good at what I do, and that's why I want to be all in. And with the shareholding that's currently set up, we haven't signed an agreement. I'm just not all in. So give it time. Don't rush into things. If you rush into it, there's a lot of legal stuff. There's a lot of nasty things. I've done that too, by the way. I have done that too. I've rushed into something and sort of ended up with a partner that just didn't want to sign any papers for anything, just deadlocked, just like wanted just to do nothing and create just nonsense out of the situation. So I've done that. Don't recommend that. So ideally you've known the person for a long time, you trust and like them, they have your best interests in mind, and it's important that the other person gets what they need and that you are part of giving that to them. You need to make sure that they are happy and that they're taken care of, and I think if you do that, then they'll take care of you. Richard Branson says if you take care of your staff or your business partner, they will take care of you in return. It's karma. It's how the universe works. So that's me on partnerships. I make short videos. This is my YouTube live channel. I've also interviewed more than 250 experts on hardcore MBA. I do this for fun. This is my pro bono work. I've had millionaires, billionaires, real estate investors, Zen Masters, Navy SEAL Commandos on the podcast. If you like this video, hit share, like, or subscribe. Love to see you again. My name is Erlend Bakke. I'm the best-selling author of the book called Never Work Again.